He's made it to the end of another year. I've completed one of my big projects I've been working on is getting the ballast in Salt River Valley Yard. I'm still working on ox cart block back here and signal systems. This was a big project. I'll be covering some of this ballasting work in an upcoming video, but for now I'm going to share with you some other clips and projects I have done along the way. I've been making loads for a lot of my open top cars. What I've been doing is I've been making a 3D printed base, coating it with some sort of top covering. In this case, it's Arizona Rock and Mineral ballast. And they just drop right into my little cars as such, as I mess that up. But that is a ballast load. I've been doing the same thing with the coal loads. Some of these are earlier. I don't like the thicker or the larger coal chunks on them. But these are some test shots. This is probably going to be the final version of the coal load for my open top hoppers. And as you can see, I have a long string of those cars to be working with. Another project I've been working on are these quick mounts for switch motors. And I'm actually doing another one for Mike Simmons that will work with these Blue Points, a smaller version. But all these quick mounts is an easy way to mount a motor underneath, a switch motor underneath your layout. So you mount your base, it's adjustable with the screws, put the switch mount in, and there you go. And if you want to adjust it, you'll sit there and loosen these two screws up and move it back and forth. They're just a pan head screw, that's all it is. And in my case, I use a bell crank type of setup as such, and connects to a bell crank underneath. I'll show you one of those a little bit later. That's just a quick mount, works really simple. They come in two variety, or actually four. Two versions for Cobalts. Actually, it's four versions because Cobalt switch motors have two versions of their switch motors. They got the green and the red plug version. I think it's the red. And they're not the exact same size, but that's a quick mount. And then the Tortoise, same idea, a little bit bigger. And it just pops into place. And the two versions of the quick mounts are the wide. So if you want to butt something up really close, you have little clearance. And then you got the inline version, which is this version right here, which runs in line with your track. In line with your track, like that. And then the wide version, like I said, you'd probably use in a situation where you have like a structural member that's in the way or something like that, and you want to get in close to where a wide version will not, or a tall version will not let you fit in that position. But these are the quick mounts, and you just basically clip them into place. Boom. Like that. Very simple to use. Makes it easy to install your switch machines. Like I said, you just two panhead screws on either end. Once you get it lined up, you can tighten it down, and your switch motors come right off, on and off. As I'm sitting there, it just snap in place. Ta-da! I've been doing some work on Carson and Hermosa Junction. So what's been going on is I ballasted behind Carson, and that leads into Hermosa. I've actually installed a switch machine to that far switch, the only switch I cannot reach on the layout, and the only switch that should not be here. It's out of reach, but what happened is I expanded the train room to make Hermosa work. I needed to put a switch here to run over to Hermosa. so you don't have to reach to get back there. And I'm slowly ballasting all the track in Hermosa. So that's what I'm working on this side. If we come back to Carson, I'm working on Carson. It's a big tank facility. I've already got the cork roadbed in place. As you can see, up here is where the tank tracks will be. Weathering powders, but up here where the tank tracks will be. Crossovers. Now this track here leads into what will be the future Sanford & Son scrap dealer. You can see it's 3 tracks, 1, 2, 3 as it blends in. This will be part of a future video. At the moment, Sanford & Son is that single track back there, but it's going to actually move down to here. This will become something else. The track also comes out of Carson, the main, into the hanging helix. Right here, eventually I'll get this hooked up. This is the longest project I've ever built. As you can see, there's a hanging helix. Still waiting for that video to be done, and I started this early, before 2016, 2014 maybe, and I've never got that far. It will come down on the long incline, back around, and Red Mesa and all that kind of stuff. But doing a lot of work in Carson, getting that done. Now it's Adobe Pass. I have not done hardly any work on Adobe Pass other than just test out operating sequences for use when it's actually operating on the layout. At Sucro Corp, there is multiple tank car spots for corn syrup, different varieties. Over here at Frito-Lay, multiple boxcar spots, tank car spots for oils, unloading for hopper, dry products. And down at the end, I don't know what that will be, probably some sort of citrus dealer of some sort. But I always like Adobe Pass. It's just a fun, compact little job. If you watch a lot of DJ Trains, he talked about or showed an actual crossover on one of his drone videos where you have 2 tracks crossing over each other for 2 industries. Pretty much almost the same thing right there. The crossover track with the passing siding out in front. And you have unloading track 1, 2, and to make this tight industry here, you have another crossover or a diamond to get around to get to that industry. So, DJ's Trains. Watch them. Give a thumbs up if you watch DJ's Trains. A quick state of the layout. Will I operate soon? I'll show you what's going on. I have cars and trains stacked up all over the main, as you can see. It's been like this, hard to believe. It's probably been almost 2 years that stuff has been stacked up. Main's all full of extra cars. As you can see, main is just stopped full of stuff. And main passing siding. Got the PFE train up here on the main. The reason why, if we come back around the corner, actually I'm working on the Y too. You know about that part. Get that in place. But the main reason why is I'm working in Salt River Valley Yard. I'm ballasting all the track, getting all this taken care of, weathering, all that kind of good stuff. It's starting to look really good. The main reason why I'm doing this, once it becomes a staging yard again, all those cars and trains will come back within the yard where they belong, and I will no longer have to mess with this area. But this is Salt River Valley Yard. I think it's looking pretty good. Doing a lot of work on this. If you guys have been following me for some time, you know I've been working on this. Up here, this is the ox cart block. Been working on that too. Signaling system we'll be installing. that's another video, but I will be doing signals. And let's show you something kind of cool here. I've got, set the camera here, the drop bridge. Let's bring it up, line it up. I think I've shown you this before. This thing works like butter. Look at that, smooth. Well, could be smoother. There we go. That was an operator error. But this is the old drop bridge. This is Midway, leads into Enterprise Yard. I love the way this works. It works perfect. Swing it down and out of the way. In fact, I'll give you another view of it popping up. Drop bridge up. There's a little tab on here to make sure everything lines up. Click the door and up and at 'em. Let me set you back just a little bit further. And I don't have a tripod here, so let's see if we can get the whole drop bridge in place. Let me see. Yeah. So drop bridge going up, line it up, shut the door, and there we go. That's my drop bridge. Enterprise Yard has been seeing some work. Well, not really. I've been building some buildings here. They're being held over on the main layout right now. But this is Enterprise Yard. Pretty much just a storage area at the moment. Full of cars. SD90 Max. Kato. Got some SD42s, new ones from Kato. E8 from Kato. If you watch one of my further videos back, I actually have this E8, which is 5022A, as it is today. So look for that video. It's silver, but it's that E8 at the Arizona Train Museum in private ownership now. More custom loads, my cast pipe loads. I can't even think what you call them now, but the pipe loads. And just testing stuff out down here at the end. So that's pretty much it for the layout update. Like I said, the big project right now is I'm finishing the ballasting. I hate ballasting. It's not one of my favorite things to do. Granted, I think it looks pretty good. I got to fill in, blend, add some weeds. Oh, other thing. Behind Hermosa, these are the wall sections that will divide those tracks behind Hermosa from Carson Oil. I just have them sitting right here. I think they look pretty good. In fact, I think this entire area looks pretty good. When I get ox cart block finished, it'll run right here. There'll be a taller, different version of a wall here that will divide ox cart block from the staging yard at Salt River Valley. I've shown these before. These are my practice tiles that I've been using. Eventually, most of the layout will look something like this type of scenery. Kind of deserty brown, and then combination of this and this. So that's what my goal is, to have it look something like that. Figured I'd show Encanto. Not much is going on in Encanto. Again, storage as I work on other areas. Things get moved around and jumbled. Like up here at Oxbow, that seems to become an engine storage area before it leads into the old ox cart block. I don't want to forget 72nd Street. Kind of a storage area as I move stuff around. More of the concrete pipe loads. It does now run into Old Pueblo Yard, so it can be switched when I'm not moving stuff around. In fact, if you want to look, here is the track plan for Carson. There's Carson Oil. Get a general idea of what it looks like. I've been working on some big projects this year to get the layout in a running state again. It's been almost 2 years since I've had the layout actually running, so I want to get this stuff done. And getting stuff done cuts into making videos for you on YouTube. So I have not produced many videos for 2024. I apologize for that. Now, if you want to follow along a little bit more, I've been posting a lot of stuff on Facebook. Down below, you'll find a link for IMRROCOM on Facebook. I do also have a couple N-Scale pages, and you can find me posting in those areas. It just makes it quicker with a lot of work I got to get done. Filming videos for you takes up a lot of time, and I just want to get the layout back. What the heck was that? Back into operations for 2025, which would be kind of nice. I've had people asking, when are you going to start running trains again? When are you going to have operations coming? Stuff like that. Well, I need to get this stuff done. So it cuts into filming videos, which I'm apologizing for not doing. Now I would like to ask you for a little help. YouTube is, I don't know what you call it, a zero-sum gain or something like that, whatever you want to call it. But you put in a lot of effort, and if you don't get anything out of it, it makes it kind of sad and disappointing for the creator as well as the viewer like yourself. So what you can do to help this channel out is go down and see what people comment on and reply to those comments. Give them a thumbs up. It is encouraging to other users just like yourself. So just go down the list, give a thumbs up to everyone, comment yourself. Another thing you can do is go back into the back catalog, like my catalog or any YouTube creator, and watch their videos. Thumb up their comment. Watch their shorts. Same thing. Thumbs up and comments. YouTube wants to see that type of user reaction. And that is up to the basically you, the viewer. So if you're not doing that, you're basically pulling what YouTube thinks down on the channel. If you want to make a channel that you'd like improve, comment, like, subscribe. You know that whole deal. So comment, like, and subscribe. Give every comment you see a thumbs up. Even reply to other people's comments. It helps the engagement factor, and that's what YouTube wants to see. So if you are following a channel, not just any YouTube channel, you want to see it succeed or you want to see the creator make more videos, do those few things. It doesn't take much time. Watch some videos out of their back catalog. Watch their shorts multiple times on the shorts. Thumbs ups, comments, that kind of stuff. But for now, I've had a great 2024. I hope you've had a great 2024. I'm looking forward to 2025. I have ideas and plans in place, as you can see. I want to get this completed. Once the Salt River Valley Yard is completed, operations may start happening again, more running trains, because everything that belongs in Salt River Valley Yard is scattered throughout the layout. So, another story. But as always, stay frosty, my friends, and watch one of these videos. I did get sent a cool airbrush to test out. I haven't even used it yet. I just got it. It's Galleria, but it seems like a quality airbrush. And I'll be testing this out in a later video.